This is my hydroponic garden. I planted these tomato plants. They were little seedlings. I bought already started, but they were only about 5 inches tall or so. Now this is after 3 weeks. So if you look at these, there's already some little tomatoes starting. They're already got a lot of flowers on them. I've got beefsteaks. I've got little pear tomatoes and some cherry tomatoes. These are cucumber plants. These are zucchini. Got some zucchinis already starting on these. The way these things grow, being hydroponic, I would think within like 2 weeks we'll have some vegetables to harvest on these things. They grow incredibly fast. These are pepper plants, and what I do have a 55-gallon drum full of the fertilized water, and with these I just top them off maybe once a week. You want to make sure that you leave an air gap for the roots so they can bring in some oxygen. But I just they're so small of a barrel, I just bring the level water up so that they don't suck the water completely out and dry up. Last year I had some buckets with floats in them, and the problem is these floats were very cheap. They're little, just all plastic, and they weren't stopping the water from completely flowing into the bucket. So it was overfilling them, and the plants were basically suffocating because there was no oxygen to the roots. So some of them did that. Other ones, the roots grew into the float and just stopped any water from coming in, and the buckets completely dried out. So I wasn't paying close enough attention to them, and lost a lot of tomato plants. They basically committed suicide. But this year I'm gonna just watch it a little more closely so I can see what's going on with the health of these plants. But hydroponic, when you grow hydroponic, these things grow about 30% faster than planting in soil, and I generally get about 30% more produce out of these plants. Never have to weed, and I don't have a problem with insects or bugs on these things. They're very healthy plants because they have all the food they need to grow. So this has worked out very well. I've been doing this type of planting for a couple of years now, and just refining things, getting them to where I am today. And I think this seems to be the best solution, to just keep track of them once a week, put a little bit of fertilized water in here, and let them grow. The big barrels, 55-gallon drums, they say if you fill them up with fertilized water, they will last all summer long. I don't let that happen. I do add a little bit of water from time to time, just to get some fresh water in there and some fresh fertilizer, because I'm not sure if the sun depletes the fertilizer, because we're south-facing. Once this is morning, but once we hit about 10 o'clock, these things are going to get full sun, and they get full sun till about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So they do grow very well. I've got them, put a cable up there with twine coming down to the plants, and I use these little plastic ties there to hold the tomato plant up to it. It needs to be done again because these things are just growing out of control. I have to do that every 4 or 5 days. I've got to redo all of the plants just to support them. The cucumbers, I'm going to put I've got some fencing to go up behind it. It's about 8 feet tall, so they will, being a vining plant, they will crawl right up that, and the cucumbers will hang down. So that's what I've got. Got any questions? Just ping me in a note.